Hi, I'm Ron, CEO of Snip. Snip is a blockchain-based news platform. We're building the future of news on the blockchain. And I'm here in Kiev at the D10E conference. Lots of interesting conversations, panels, people, really a great conference. And I've been talking with a lot of people about our platform, our product, which provides users with personalized news on the topics they actually care about. And my co-founder Ronnie and I, we've been working on Snip for about a year and a half full-time. Reached 30,000 users, more than 1,400 paying subscribers. And we started as a centralized service where we create the content and we spread it to everyone. But what we're building now is a decentralized service where anyone in the world can create a news story, a short and to the point news story, and it's spread to anyone else everywhere. Today there are many news platforms that exist, both centralized and decentralized. Like the most famous decentralized news platform is Steemit, and it's been quite successful. But the big difference between Snip and Steemit is that Snip is really focused on giving you news on any topic that's happening in the world, on the things that you care about. So we provide that personalization, we provide short content, which is really to the point, less of a blogging platform, not so Reddit-like. So that's a big difference between us and Steemit. And there are centralized platforms, obviously like Fox or New York Times or whatever. We are different from them since we're open to any writer in the world. We don't have an editorial opinion at Snip. We're just trying to tell people what's going on and allowing any writer to tell people about the news, about topics that are important in the world. And so that's a big difference, like creating a decentralized product versus a centralized one. And that creates a big challenge of making sure the content is actually valid, is high quality, isn't spam, isn't low quality, isn't fake. And to do that, we're applying both machine learning algorithms that recognize the text and are able to recognize spam and low quality, and base that on user feedback. So we're taking several features, and using these features are showing people only high quality, interesting content that they actually care about. The buyer side of the platform is pretty obvious, it's everyone, but who creates the content? And the answer is writers anywhere in the world. And it's pretty amazing because today, if you're a writer, if you want to write about what's going on, there really isn't a good way to be rewarded for that, to get some sort of payment or other type of reward for creating content. And Snip will be a platform, it already is a platform where people create content, are rewarded for it, and can constantly rely on that content creation as a side gig. So the name Snip actually comes from the English word snippet, which is like a small bite-sized part of a piece of content. So Snip is like a more catchy way to say like, this is a website with short, high-quality content which you actually care about. So the key problems that Snip solves is content which is too long and thus unreadable, content which isn't relevant, like articles which don't really tell you what the story is about, don't really explain it in a clear and specific way, and the fact that it's very, very hard to get personalized content today. There is no platform which actually tells you about the things that you care about. They tell you about general news. So Snip allows you to actually read about the things that are going on that you want to stay informed on, and you want to hear about, and you want to learn about. The way that the platform actually personalizes the content is that very quickly, when you use the platform, we start building a model of what are the things that you actually care about. Like we can see, you like this story, you didn't like this one. This one you read the headline and didn't click through, and another one you did, and a third one you shared. So there's like so many data points that you can capture and that you can understand in order to actually know what users like and what they care about and what are the topics that they're interested in. We actually have a pretty detailed roadmap on our website The goal is to reach more and more writers and more readers pretty quickly, and in a year to have already 1 million daily active users. It's an ambitious goal, but that's where we're heading towards. And the deeper goal, the more profound, is to become the go-to place for information and news. Like something happened in the world and you want to know what's the deal with that, what just happened, you go to Snip because you just get a great up-to-date summary of what's going on. So that's our goal, to become the go-to site for news. And obviously after that, continue growing. When we're talking about a year or two into the future, we want more and more Snip activity to happen on the blockchain, both in decentralizing the content and in operations like tipping, sharing, getting rewarded for stuff. So we expect to scale with the Ethereum ecosystem and continue growing and doing more and more operations. The way the writers experience the platform is that basically a writer can write about whatever they want, but we're helping them. We've built algorithms which scan the internet and find the most interesting things that are going on. And we can tell the writers, hey, this is happening. You can write a snippet about it. You can just study it a bit and write a story. You don't have to. You can write about whatever you want in the world. But we're offering you these very engaging topics that we know the audience is interested in. We know the audience will like. And we expect most of the writers not to be full-time writers, but people who are just interested in something and have valuable insights to provide. And then just writing it on the platform and getting rewarded for that. Most important way to gain more users is actually talking about the most interesting topics. So that's number one, continuing to improve the algorithm, which will give writers the best topics to write about. Because the better we do that, the more engaging the content is, the more readers will like it. That's first of all. And second of all, we're using the token as a way to gain users, to onboard more users. You can refer new users, various things that tokens provide which you couldn't do in any other method. So that's also an exciting way to grow and gain more users. It's very important that the content on the platform is actually high quality, isn't spam, isn't misinformation. So at first, we'll be vetting each article. Internally, we'll have people who read the articles that are submitted and make sure that they're accurate, that they're objective, that they have that they're talking about real things that are going on. Over time, we'll be opening the platform to more and more writers and allowing more and more freedom using our algorithms. We'll allow people to flag content, to have journalists or experts who are able to vet certain pieces of content and also decentralize that. So we don't want a centralized place where we decide what's objective and what isn't, but we'll be moving there gradually because you have to stand up to that challenge. You can't on day one just open it for everyone. So that's our process. We'll be opening it more and more over time and gaining more and more external users and information. Behind the scenes, there's a lot going on in Snip. First of all, there's two types of machine learning algorithms. First of all, the personalization algorithms, which see what you're clicking on, what you like, and provide you with better and better content. And on the other side, recommendation algorithms, which tell writers, hey, you should write about this. So that's on the content side. On the more technical side, there's the ERC20 token, which is on the Ethereum blockchain. It's a smart contract, pretty straightforward one, no real innovations in the contract. And the content itself is spread across IPFS so that it's available anywhere in the world. So that's on the technical side. Obviously, lots of technologies need to be built on top of that, and more algorithms will have to be added, but that's the basic stuff. We have a small core team of two co-founders, Ronnie and I, and Ophir, which is our marketing lead. And we also have a group of advisors, two very well-known advisors that we've already announced, Luke Herner and Richard Titus, and we'll be announcing another one in the upcoming days. And we also have very important partners which are working with us and helping us build this platform. We've already announced Wings and AdX, but there are some very exciting partners that we'll be announcing in the upcoming days. So that's also like helping build the product and helping the core team. Hi, Mom.